But it's my birthday month. I mean, I could review something a good chunk of you voted for me to review next on this segment, but don't you want to see a weird title I grew up with? No? Huh. Well, it's my party and I'll review whatever I want. That's how the song goes, right? Alright, honestly, I know I already postponed the Attack on Titan Junior High video, but I promise this will be the last time. I felt I had to cover 50 Shades of Buddha last month for the Anime Awards, and this is my birthday month special, so I wanted to do a What Am I Watching segment on something weird I watched a lot in high school. I will get to Attack on Titan Junior High next time, but until then, what am I watching? So who here remembers New Type magazine? Looking at my demographic, I think a good chunk of you have. When I was in high school, I would beg my dad for $10 so I could buy the newest issue of New Type magazine. Each magazine would have a new anime recommendation, one chapter of an ongoing manga series they were showcasing, and a free DVD that had one episode from any random anime. I collected so many of these magazines that I ended up collecting a bunch of these anime sampler DVDs that I, for some reason, still possess today. Alright, now to self, make a video of me watching each DVD. Okay. Well, one of the DVDs had an episode from a newly dubbed series from ADV called Pretear. I watched the first episode, thought it was interesting for many reasons, and decided to buy the first DVD. Now, this was during the "oh my god, how long do I have to wait" era, where new anime DVDs were released with only 3 to 4 episodes per DVD, to which you still have to wait 3 to 4 months for the next set of episodes. Yeah, you kids nowadays are spoiled with your entire series collection in one whole release, you lucky little brats. So I guess Pretear was pretty special to me, as it was one of the few series where I waited to collect each DVD one by one. Okay, there were only 4, but it took me nearly a year to watch all the episodes. The agony. And then shortly after I watched the series, I found the manga volumes and decided to collect them all. Not surprisingly, the manga was very different than the actual show. So I guess for this review of Pretear, I will be introducing a segment you've been wanting me to do called Manga vs. Anime. And who knows how many more of these I'll be doing, because I barely have enough time to read manga anymore. For starters, let's go over the main plot that both the manga and anime share. The source of life for all plants and animals on Earth is known as Leafe. Whenever parasite-like demons appear to drain away Leafe for themselves, a group of warriors known as the Leafe Knights, who actually have their own realm known as Leafenia, it's there, go to Earth to use their powers to stop the demons before the damages become irreversible. If the situation escalates and the knights can't seem to stop the demons, they must rely on a chosen maiden known as the Pretear to use one of their powers while also enhancing it to destroy the demon once and for all. More on how this works later. Well, events suddenly escalate in this story as a being known as Fenril, the Princess of Disaster, awakens from her imprisonment and starts to use the demons for her own plans. The knights have no choice but to find the Pretear, which happens to be our main heroine, Himeno Awayuki. Himeno's poor lifestyle suddenly turns upside down when her father randomly marries the wealthiest woman in the city, mainly because he was a popular writer and she was a fan of his. It happens, but all is not well, as Himeno's stepmother takes up all of her father's time, and her new sisters are, well, her little sister Muata just doesn't want to acknowledge her, while her older sister Mayune is... oh, what did I call her back in my top 10 anime guilty pleasures video?
Bitchy McBitch.
Ah, that's right, Bitchy McBitch. So yeah, life isn't going so well for Himeno since she barely has any friends, her new sisters don't like her, and some random men just come out of nowhere in her backyard. It happens. The Leafe Knights appear and tell her that they need her help as the new Pretear. Keyword new, as we find out later in the series that there was a Pretear before her, but I'm sure you can guess what happened to her. I mean, she probably didn't get her heart broken by one of the knights because Senpai doesn't want to notice her, and she just became so emo that she just let the darkness absorb her heart and transform her into an evil princess of disaster or something. It happens. Now at this point, this is where the manga and anime become different. I can definitely say without spoiling too much that the manga took a more logical and downright darker turn to the story, while the anime was just campy. I can seriously say compared to the manga, Pretear got really campy. There's no subtlety in this anime, and here's what I mean. In the manga, Fenrir never leaves her imprisonment, but can somehow still use her powers to influence others to give in to their darkest fears, doubts, and rage. This is why Himeno's stepmother, Natsue, plays a huge role in the story. Natsue wanted to be happy again shortly after her divorce, to which in the anime, her husband ended up dying in an accident, which plays more into Mawata's arc, but mostly in the anime. Natsue was a pretty cold person, but started to be more open and softer whenever she was around her new husband, Kaoru. But her fears and jealousy over Himeno began to consume her thoughts, and the Princess of Disaster easily takes advantage of her. This makes a more challenging story for the audience, as we see Himeno struggle even harder to be accepted by her new family, while having to try her best to be stronger and patient, considering the dirty tactics and bullying she has to endure from her new family. It's a story that encourages the readers to try and be as strong as possible like Himeno. Despite feeling isolated and constantly neglected, she never wants to give in to such dark thoughts, as she knows the end results when you give up hope. Despite everything she has to go through in the manga, she still does her best and proves that love, patience, and kindness can bring new light in the darkness. The anime is similar, I guess, but I swear it turns the story of hope versus disaster into an anime soap opera. The basic story is still there, but Fenrir escapes. Somehow. Good job, Knights! I mean, you guys had one job for nearly 20 years, and you blew it! But instead of the focus being on Himeno's struggle to reach through to her new family, we have Emo Dude not wanting a new Pretear because he blames himself for everything, Mayune trying to be the new Gary freaking Oak while failing, because there can only be one, Mom and Dad are just honeymooning everywhere, Mawata is now Fenrir's new target because nobody understands me, 3 little kids doing cute things, I guess. These two basically only have one job, and that is to explain everything to Himeno and vice versa us. And then there's sweet Sasame, who started off just like his character in the manga, but then feelings! I think the producers of the series were trying to amp this thing up to 11. You really didn't need to, but damn, you're gonna make it unforgettable. Like, I'm sorry if I'm not translating this properly, but there's so many awkward changes that make me question everything. For example, Hayate. Just Hayate. In the manga, Hayate was hesitant to find another Pretear because of his past mistakes, but he starts to warm up to Himeno and form a great partnership, which slowly enough escalates to a possible romance. The anime turns him into a goddamn tsundere. He acts coldly to her because, I don't want another Pretear, baka, and treats her poorly because of previous reasons. But as they spend more time together... What's going on? Okay, are we having a blushy contest or something? Why are we just staring at each other and blushing? Do something! This is awkward! I'm sorry, but in this scene, they're tracking down a demon larva at her house, and they act all blushy just out of nowhere. But I guess this awkward moment was placed in for Sasame's very random character change.
We've been monitoring all types of Leafe activity in your world for quite some time now. You could say that we're on a Leafe patrol.
Hayate, if you're finished playing around, we still have rooms to search. So focus on the job.
Sasame?
Well, that just came out of nowhere for you, good sir. Another big change they made was obviously Sasame's character arc. It's hinted in the manga that he had feelings for the former Pretear and felt he had failed to save her, but has to move on to protect the Earth while still holding on to his feelings for her. But I guess for this anime, they wanted to expand that story and actually have Sasame try to reach out to Fenrir. And of course, when she wouldn't budge, how does he react?
I give up being a Leafe knight to join you.
Oh, well, it happens. You see what I mean by anime soap opera? Because there was nothing subtle about this anime. The manga took the story and approached it in a subtle yet striking story, as it took many dark steps for Himeno to face. The anime just goes all out to amp up all the emotions while making a cheesy, campy, emotionally fueled roller coaster that honestly still entertains me today. I loved watching all the episodes back to back in high school and still found myself watching it today. It can be cringy at times, but it's a guilty pleasure for me. So I guess my question to you, the audience, is which would you prefer? The manga that was more subtle and darker, or the anime that was lighter but fueled with more emotions and over-the-top characters? If you want to know my answer, I'd honestly choose for my own reasons, the anime. The manga was pretty good and took this series a bit more seriously, but I just love the story between Sasame and Fenroll more. That's just me though, but I'd love to read your answers in the comment section down below. And now to wrap this up, oh, hello elephant in the room. I'm forgetting something, aren't I?
Himeno, here!
I think I'm forgetting something. Now, just what is it? What am I forgetting? Well, to quote a certain Skeleton King,
Well, I may as well give them what they want.
Himeno becomes one with the Leafe Knights to get her powers. Yeah, for this magical girls show, Himeno picks one of the knights, holds their hand, and they enter her body, to which even she's weirded out by it.
Inside?
Inside is inside.
Inside of me? How dare you, you pervert!
Well, every magical girl show just has to have a shtick that makes them special. Sailor Moon has celestial powers from the planets of our solar system. Madoka Magica has demonic incubators putting their souls into transformation gems. Pretear has the girl becoming one with a male knight. Even the kids get involved, and it's fine. And I may be handling this immaturely, but if the anime acknowledges how wrong it feels, then I'm allowed to have a dirty mind, thank you very much.
Reading, or whatever it is you said, I don't see a difference between that and us becoming one. We're one!
To become one indeed. Mwah! Good night, everybody. So I guess to wrap up this review, I'd say you should give it a shot if you want to see one of the most bizarre and random magical girl shows out there. It's basically if Snow White became a magical girl and loved that one song from Spice Girls. Now this series used to belong to ADV Films, but was later on given to Funimation. So now you're able to watch all 13 episodes subbed and dubbed on Funimation's website if you have an account with them. DVDs for now are harder to come by as they're currently out of print, but I have seen them on sale on eBay and Amazon if you're interested in owning the collection. The animation was done by HAL Filmmaker, the same studio that brought you Skip Beat, Princess Tutu, and Kaleo Star. While I would say the animation is mostly good, I for the life of me could not figure out why the quality diluted in episode 10. Like, look at this. Look at this before and after shot. The characters kind of look like they were drawn either in 2 seconds or were animated at another studio for some strange reason. Why? As for the dubbing, it's a bit mixed. While some actors like Lucy Christian, Chris Patton, Keitha Cocker, and Mandy Clark do stellar performances, there's...
Damn it, there are limits even to stupidity. You jump out of a bush, land right on top of me, and expect I won't mind the inconvenience? If you have an unflappable attention to detail, you should know the answer. Himeno, how many red teepees were there? Nothing. Shannen Hajima said that Mawata's going to be making cake.
Must we enunciate everything, Elec Guardiola? You have such a nice tone to your voice, but I swear I find something awkward with every character you voice.
You want my signature? No way. Tell me why you want it. This is all incredibly suspicious. I won't do it.
Okay, not all of them. Well, this was a pretty rambled review, but it's to be expected when you experience the same story told in 2 different ways. So if you're in the mood for a random magical girl show with some good messages intermixed in there, check out Pretear.
No.
Cause tonight is the night when two become one.
Have you ever been working at an office and one day you wanted to look up porn?
I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh.
Ever since Father died, I was always alone!
Feelings! Why would a fellow want a girl like her? A frail and fluffy beauty tea. Why can't a fellow ever once prefer a solid girl like me?
All right. Booby hug.
No matter what you do, he's never gonna be with you. He's into what he's got. He loves me, he loves you not.
Nathanius.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Beware of the blob, it creeps and leaps and glides and slides across the floor, right through the door and all around the wall. A splotch, a blotch, be careful of the blob.
Hey, douchebags, where are you?
You know, around. Next to you, in front of you, around you.
Inside you.
Bitches be crazy. Bitches be crazy. Bitches be crazy. Bitches be crazy. You see, when you've broken a girl's heart and she has the opportunity to unleash her rage and destroy you physically, then you best be afraid.
I need an adult. I need an adult.
Thanks again for watching this video. If you wish to keep up to date with Anime America events, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Tumblr. If you want to support this channel, be sure to click on the notification bell to keep up with our video uploads, as well as liking this video and sharing it on any social media platform you choose. If you wish to support us financially, we have a Patreon page with numerous rewards to fit your budget, as well as sell posters on Sorenvy and t-shirts on Teespring. Don't forget to subscribe to Anime America for more awesome reviews and top 10 lists. We also have a sister channel called Pop Spectrum, where we review anything in pop culture. Thanks again for watching, and stay tuned to Anime America.